This can't be healthy. Good times over here. Alright, so today I have a big old box of Ulta makeup here that is apparently the worst makeup on Ulta, according to internet raters. So I'm going to be putting this stuff to the test, seeing if it's actually as horrible as they say, and seeing if we can make some of this stuff work. I did notice that since people are always rating and the ratings are changing, that means that the lowest rated is constantly changing. So I ordered this stuff about a month ago, and now when I just looked today when I'm filming this, they're totally different because people are, you know, adding ratings and it'll go up or down. So just keep that in mind. I keep finding styrofoam all over my jacket because, man, I have two giant styrofoam boards here to bounce light off me right now. My boyfriend and I tried to like totally redo the lighting in this room, so hopefully it looks good, but I keep finding a styrofoam board all over the place. So when I placed this order, I got cash back using Rakuten. Rakuten is previously Ebates. You guys know I've talked about Ebates and Rakuten for years now. Like, I think it's been like 5 or 6 years. I use them every single time I shop online. Genuinely, I do, because it's free money. You get cash back into your PayPal or you get a check in the mail. So thank you to Rakuten for continuing to support my channel and sponsoring today's video. They're the largest cashback site and they partner with over 2,500 retailers. So pretty much anytime you shop online, no matter what site you're on, they're probably on Rakuten. So you just search it. It'll tell you the cashback, which is constantly changing with different promotions. Right now and for Black Friday, there's some really good deals. So definitely make sure you're using Rakuten when you're shopping online for holiday presents or Black Friday or whatever it is. Also, if you're new to Rakuten, you get a free $10 welcome bonus when you make your first purchase over $25. So I'll have the link down below if you want to check them out. They are legit. My family uses them. I use them. I've gotten cash back for years. And Rakuten is also awesome in giving you guys a $100 Visa gift card giveaway. So all you have to do is sign up using the first link down below and then click the second link to enter the giveaway. So all the details are down there. But let's get into the worst makeup on Ulta. I'm excited. Okay, I feel like I need to take this jacket off because A, it's getting a little toasty in here. B, I feel like I can't move in this thing. So when choosing which one to go with, if something had like 1 star, I didn't choose it. I tried to choose one with at least a few stars, but sometimes there were like 5 lowest products with only a few reviews. So this one at the time only had 4 reviews, but it has 2.5 stars. It's the Catrice Instaglow Blur Stick. This retails for $5.99. I feel like I have tried this maybe. What the heck? Literally just popped out of there. Wow, you don't get a whole lot of product at all. That's the entire thing. It literally just flew out. Off to a good start. Well, let's start and apply this bad boy. I'm gonna try and just start it around my pores in the center of my forehead because I don't think this is the kind of thing that you want to put everywhere. I'm just gonna blend it out with my finger. Doesn't feel too greasy. Has just like a kind of silicone-y feel to it. Right now I wouldn't say it's doing like, you know, magical things for my pores. They might look slightly more filled in, but it doesn't feel greasy and it just feels kind of like a silicone primer. So I would say it's doing like about the same as a lot of other primers right now, which is not a whole lot. So the lowest rated foundation was tied between this and the Maybelline Superstay Stick Foundation. This is the Lottie London All About That Base Full Coverage Matte Foundation Stick. I've definitely tried this at some point. I feel like it was in a first impressions video. I don't think I did like a full day foundation Friday on it. This is in the shade Ivory, and this one got 2.5 stars and had 11 reviews. So we're gonna go in here. It's supposed to be full coverage. I feel like not a whole lot's coming off the stick. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna start with down here in case I need to blend that out first. I always like using the Sigma F82 round kabuki to blend out stick foundations. Okay, I definitely would not say this is full coverage in the slightest. Looks like light coverage on this side, medium coverage on this side. I also have more to cover up on my face on this side, so that's probably why. Oh, it's looking pretty streaky and just patchy, and it looks nowhere close to full coverage. It almost feels like greasy going on. Oh, this just is not sitting on the skin well, folks. Oh, it looks like dry and just super patchy. I'm gonna try and add a little bit more and then blend it out with a sponge and see if that helps at all. A little bit better, but definitely doesn't look good. I've spent probably like at least 5 minutes blending right now, and it is just not getting better. It just looks very patchy. I think that's as good as we're gonna get with Lottie here. I don't know if I would give it 2.5. I feel like that's a little generous. I would probably give this 1 star. Or 0. Can I give 0? All right, so this concealer only comes in 6 shades. It got 2.5 stars. It's the CoverGirl Full Day Spectrum All Day Brightening Concealer. Yeah, are you having the same reaction as I did? Because this is the lightest shade. I ordered the lightest one. It says light, medium, neutral. This is so dark for being the lightest shade. Like, I should be using this as a contour shade, not for underneath my eyeballs. Should I even be putting this underneath my eyes? I feel like this is going to be a total disaster. Maybe I'll just use this for contouring so then I can still use this concealer, but like this is entirely unwearable. Even if I mixed in a white shade of this concealer, let me just swatch this. Yeah, there's no way. Also, what the heck? That doesn't even look like a medium shade. That looks like pure orange. That's like tangerine orange. Smells super strong. Smells like nail polish remover, like acetone. So instead, I've been wanting to try the ColourPop concealer. This is their new Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer, so I think we're going to use this instead. I'm debating between these 2 shades. I think I'm going to first try 20N, and then if it's too dark, I'll add in some of 10N. Oh, I love when concealers have this kind of applicator. Has that like bouncy kind of paddle applicator. I want to like try and actually make these products work and look good. Not this concealer, but like everything else I'm testing, which is why I feel like it's kind of silly to put this shade on because I know for a fact that it's gonna be just like a total disaster. So I'm gonna try and make this work in a different way and see if we can. I'm curious if people are rating this low because of the shades or because of the formula or both. First impressions, I think it looks pretty good. I feel like if it wasn't sitting on top of this Lottie foundation, it would look even better. So I'm gonna try contouring with, oh my god. It literally just cut off right as I put that on my face, but okay, good times over here. Okay, I'm gonna blend that out with a sponge. Hopefully it like shears out and gets less orange looking. Maybe we can just make it look like a peachy kind of blush. So it's kind of like disappearing, which I'm fine with, but if you're using that as under eye concealer, then definitely wouldn't be very effective. It's like completely shearing out and also you can barely see it. So that's ideal for today, but yeah, not for concealer. Oh, that side is not disappearing as much. I apparently didn't order any kind of powders. I don't know why I did that. I might have just totally spaced on that one, but I'm going to just use my normal powders for my under eye and to set my face. I feel like my under eyes actually look pretty dry, but maybe it'll look totally different on a different foundation. I'm just gonna go over top of this to kind of blend it out. So for brows, the lowest rated brow product was this Makeup Revolution Micro Brow Pen. It retails for $8, comes in 3 shades, and it has 2.5 stars with 8 reviews. So this is the shade Dark Brown. I'm curious, usually I feel like brow pens, unless it just doesn't come out, I don't know how you can go super wrong with a brow pen. Oh, literally just washed my hair this morning. I didn't read these reviews, by the way, because I kind of just wanted to like experience it for myself. So I'm gonna start on this brow. Oh, this is like one of those 3-prong things. See that? Oh, I'm just going to do... Why is that like orange? Hold up, hold up. Also, it's hella thick. Okay, let me try turning it. Oh my god, this is so thick. Look at this color! It's literally orange. What the heck? Why? This is not dark brown. Okay, brows are gonna look great today. You also just cannot get a fine line with this, like it's super freaking thick. I'm just gonna go for like the messy brushed up brow look today. Well, this is hopefully still a little bit wet. I'm gonna try and just spoolie this out to kind of blend it. I think because of the angle, this brow is even harder. The lowest rated bronzer is this Ulta Natural Glow. Retails for $10, comes in 4 shades. I got the lightest shade, which is light. And it has 2.5 stars with 14 reviews. So I'm assuming that this is just gonna pull really orange, or maybe it doesn't blend or something. I swear with some of these products, it's like there's no way the brand actually tested it. Like, did anyone at Makeup Revolution test this? Anyone? Definitely pulling pretty orange on my skin tone. It has a weird like wet feel to it, like it's not really blending, and now I look fully orange. Weird. It almost feels like a cream like blending out. I'm gonna go over that with my powder brush to try and tone that down. Ooh, also looks very patchy. This is the I Heart Revolution Peachy Fruity Blusher, $7, 2 stars. So it looks like there's a highlight kind of thing happening in the middle, or just a very light blush. Oh, definitely looks like a bit of a highlight there. Has like a purpley kind of highlight to it. And then there's also this champagne white kind of shade mixed in there, which, well, that looks like a pretty face highlight maybe. So I'm just gonna swirl all up in here. Oh, we need to get a close up of that. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that, but so much powder just flew up. It's like falling on the mic right now. So much powder. I'm scared. It doesn't smell like peach, by the way. I thought it was gonna have like the Too Faced kind of peach scent. I don't smell anything, so it's not scented, which I'm actually totally okay with. Okay, on my skin tone, like on my face, I actually don't mind it. It looks very glowy, like it looks like I already have a highlight on. I don't think it's like horrible. I think maybe why it's getting such low ratings is because of how messy and powdery it is, because you get like a ton of powder kick up here. The lowest rated highlight was not a cheap one. This is by Tarte. It was $19. It's their Sugar Rush Whipped Gleam Highlighter. Also curious how this is gonna go over powder. Didn't think about that. Here it is. Whoa! That is super jelly looking. I mean, it looks pretty in here. I'm gonna swatch it. Oh, okay. Looks very, wow, it's looking good on camera. On my hand, let me see if I can get closer. Okay, so there you can kind of see the texture more. It looks very textured and almost like chunky. The way that that's swatched, it dries very quickly. I'm gonna try and just work really fast and blend that in. My monitor is straight down now, so I need to remember to look up before it was like on the right side. Very intense, okay. Gotta blend, oh, shitsies. This is like a striper. It's fully dried down. That dried almost instantly. So I'm just like really trying to rub this in now because it's a literal stripe and is fully dry and not budging. Oh my god. I think this actually might be the worst highlight, like cream highlight I've ever used. It's like glued on there. Like you cannot, there's no working with this. Let's try a sponge and just like see if I can really, I'm literally like tugging on my skin right now just to see if I can get rid of that. Nope, it's on there. Oh, God. Okay, I'm gonna use the other end so I don't get any more. And do you see that? It's like instant glue. I don't think I've ever experienced a product quite like this. And I don't think it's just the powder because like even when it was on my hand, it just dries like instantly. This is so bad, you guys. Like I'm putting force. Like how does this get released? I don't understand. That looks freaking fantastic. Now that my highlight is popping, let's move on. I was kind of surprised by this one because usually e.l.f. eyeshadows are pretty good, but this is the e.l.f. Contouring Clay Eyeshadow Palette. This retails for $6, has 2.5 stars. Why is it always 2.5 stars? Just to give it a fair shot, I'm going to use my normal eye primer. This is the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. These colors look right up my alley. I love a good like cool tone, just basic kind of palette. I feel like these shades I would get a lot of use out of. So let's start out with the taupey one right here. I'm just going to do a very basic eye look because these are pretty basic shadows. And I'm going to blend that taupey shade into the crease. I might have had a little something left on this. Whoops. I need to wash all my brushes desperately. Kind of just getting rid of that because I definitely had some kind of like orange tan shade on there. Very powdery. I'm getting a ton of kick up. If the shadows are good, I don't really mind that. Those two shades look like there's a slight kind of sheen to them, like a satin finish. So I'm going to first take this, actually, let's take the darker one. I'm just going to take it on my finger first and tap that on the lid. Looks definitely way warmer on the lid than it does in the pan. Let's bring it up a little bit higher. So that one's definitely looking a bit patchy. Not horrible. Definitely looks nothing like how it looks in the pan. Looks like it's going to be super cool tone. Look at that. I'm going to take the cream shade in here, the lightest one. I got a little bit too much right here on the inner part of my eye, so I'm just going to take that cream shade to hopefully kind of diffuse that out a little bit. Oh, that worked. Looks a little bit gray right there now, but... How did that just happen? Wow, that was a fail. We're doing good, folks, real good. So to hopefully clean that up, I'm gonna go in with the KKW powder and just blend that out. That was my bad. Next, I'm gonna take the lighter satin shade on my finger again. This one looks a little bit more tan, and press that right on the center. Looks very subtle. I'm gonna keep the top just kind of soft, but then I'm gonna go in with the brown for the lower lash line. So just blending that on the lower. Okay, that seems to be fine. I'm just gonna use the lighter tan shade that I started with to kind of blend that out and just diffuse it a little bit. Especially this side because I just got a little bit more. I definitely wouldn't say spend your money on this. The shades look totally different. They're also a little bit on the dry side, and certain ones were definitely like patchy and just a little bit weird. So I definitely feel like this palette is a little bit off. Is it god awful? No, but I do feel like it's a little bit off. I'm terrified for this eyeliner because I have tried this. This is the L'Oreal Infallible liquid eyeliner, but this is the one that has like that ball at the end. I'm pretty sure I tried this when I did the Dad Buys My Makeup video where my dad and I went into a drugstore and he just went to town and chose whatever. I'm pretty sure he chose this eyeliner, and that's when I've tried this. And it was very difficult to work with because there's a giant ball at the end. Oh, how long have I had that there? You guys didn't even tell me? It's like I don't even know what's happening on my face at this point. Wow, that just totally removed that foundation. I really like trying to make products work that like just are pretty crappy, but the highlight I think is the exception where it's like you just cannot make that work. So here's what we're dealing with this guy. Just gonna go in and see how this goes. I'm gonna try and do like a really thin line. It is pretty difficult to get like a smooth line across because you're dealing with a circle, but it does look nice and black, so that's nice. It's just really hard to get like an even line, and there's no way you would be able to do like a wing with this. I think that's as smooth as we're gonna get. I'm gonna try and go back in with the brown in the e.l.f. palette and kind of like, whoa, brushes are flying, kind of smudge that out. Just to kind of like soften the edges there. That's helping a little bit. It's much softer. I just don't know in what world. Unless you're trying to do like dots, I don't know how this would be useful. Okay, this one had quite a bit of reviews. 25 reviews, 2.5 stars. So this rated pretty horribly. This is the Ulta Bold Ambition Volumizing and Conditioning Mascara. So maybe this just like flakes a ton or something. Retails for $10.50. Oh, has a very curved, tiny little wand there. Okay, this is interesting because normally if you have a curved applicator like this, the bristles, the bristles are on the dip part so that you can really get in there and curve it upwards. The bristles are on the other side. There's none where it dips, so you're kind of like doing a reverse curl, which is interesting. I like that we know that Ulta isn't like fussing with their own brand's reviews because two of their own brands, like in-house Ulta brand products, were lowest rated. Yeah, this is so weird because it's not curling at all because it's on the wrong side. So I'm getting kind of like a natural feathery kind of look. Because of the shape, it's pretty hard to get the outer lashes. Okay, so the concept on this one, not great. Definitely something's off here, but the results, I mean, it doesn't look bad. My lashes look nice and separated and just very natural. So if you like that kind of fluffy, very natural look, you might really like this mascara. They do look very separated. Okay, very weird angle for the bottom lashes with this being curved this way. I'm gonna have to like go in on the side. Okay, and then for lips, I picked up this Wet n Wild Snow Melt. I had never heard of this lip powder. $6.99, 2.5 stars. Everything has 2.5 stars. 2.5 stars, 17 reviews. This is in the shade Snowball Fight. It looks like a pretty like peachy nude kind of shade. Lip powders are not my favorite only because I feel like it's so weird to like eat with them and stuff because I feel like I'm just like ingesting powder. Whoa. It's like orange powder. Why do we keep getting like hella orange products today? We gotta use it, so I'm going in with this. My lips are a little bit on the dry side today, so I'm curious how this powder is gonna look over top. Oh my god. I think I just swallowed some. This can't be healthy. It's like neon orange powder. Don't breathe in if you're gonna try this. You have to like hold your breath. For being a powder, it's actually very opaque. You just, you can't breathe. It's the only thing. I don't know if that's picking up, but if you layer it, like if you try and go over it, it gets like this weird texture. And I feel like I'm eating it, and it also feels very dry. Oh, my lips look hella crusty. The color is actually really pretty. It reminds me of, what's that one Maybelline shade I really like? It's like a neon orange that came out this summer. All right, so those were all of the lowest rated products on Ulta on my face. I think overall, if it wasn't for the highlight, I think it would have looked like semi-decent. This is horrendous. This needs to be wiped off the planet Earth. As horrible as the brow product was, it's actually kind of like inspiring me to try like really fluffy looking brows, because like this brow, I don't hate how it looks. This one, I mean, they're definitely not even because it was really hard to do that with this pencil, but I do like the look of like the wispier kind of looking brows, so maybe I'll give that a go. I don't think I would recommend that you buy this. Like it's not like a great product or anything, but I think out of everything, it was the most easy to work with. It just kind of blended out like a normal blush. And then mostly everything else was pretty much an epic fail. So I do think the reviews were pretty spot on for most of these, besides this maybe. And the mascara, like, I don't know if this deserves 2.5 stars. I think it is just because it's curved in a weird direction. If they curved the wand the other direction, like the correct direction, I think this would actually be a nice natural looking mascara. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it entertaining or helpful or whatever. Do let me know what you think of the lighting in this video. Let me know. I'm trying to nail it down. Also, don't forget to check out Rakuten at the link down below. You can enter the giveaway where you can have a chance to win a $100 Visa gift card. So all the info is down below, all the products I tried, in case for some wild reason you want to try anything out, will be linked down below in the description box. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.